Hi, St. Pat's. I hope you're all having a good first week of Easter, this Wednesday in Easter week. And I hope Easter celebration was great for you, and this season will be a great time of remembering Christ's resurrection. Hey, one thing I want to talk about today, I want to do my last video on the topic of being outwardly focused, and want to share one more simple practice that I try to put into play to help me welcome people to Christ and into the church. And it's this simple. I try to make it a practice to regularly invite people to church. Here's a couple reasons why I do that. One, it's really easy to do. Second, oftentimes the topic of church comes up. Now I'm a pastor, so I realize it's a little easier for me than most because people always ask what you do, and I get to talk about that. But, you know, all of us are involved in church, and I think at work or with neighbors, church stuff comes up if it's just church activities. And sometimes in those contexts, we get an opportunity to invite someone to come to worship. So one of the ways I help myself do that well is I carry with me an invite card. I'm going to hold it in front of the camera. You've seen these, shown them at church. We keep these at church. We have a huge box of them, and we always put a chunk out on the welcome table so that we can grab those. And so those are for you to take. You can take 10, 100, 1,000. I don't care, as many as you think you'll use. What I do is I keep them in my wallet, and when I get a chance, if it's a good opportunity to invite someone, I always give them that card, and I point them to a couple things. I point them to our website. So if they want to learn a lot more details, you know, most people go to the web now to find stuff out. So I'll point them to our website so they can know a lot more about our church, a lot more how to get there. Second, I point them to the address and the time. And then third, I always offer to host. Now, people, you know, most people drive themselves and I offer to pick them up, but I always say, hey, if you decide to come, I'll meet you and I'll sit with you and I'll help you kind of get what you need to participate in the service. So here's the deal. Most people will visit a church, like seriously, like 90% of the time, it's because someone they know and trust invites them. Advertisement, billboards, signs, those are helpful. They're good. We need to make sure we do those. They don't do much to get people to church. The only exception I find is if there's someone who moves into town or has been on you know, the Canterbury Trail journey looking for Anglicanism, they might look us up on the internet and then come visit us. But in general, like seriously, people have done studies on this, like 90% of the people that ever come to church come because someone invites them. And then the second thing I'd say is, you know, it's like the easiest way to kind of reach out to someone and get a Jesus connection going. Just say, well, look, if you don't have a church home, come check ours out. I'd love you to come visit sometime. And a lot of people will do that. I've done that with a lot of friends. Some of them have stuck around. Some of them haven't. But I haven't had anyone be insulted. I haven't had anyone be offended. And most of the time, people at least come for one visit. Another thing I'll try to do is, you know, we've promoted special days. We'll probably do that again. It's not something that we've gotten rid of. We just haven't done that lately. But those are great times to invite people. Like, you know, we kind of encouraged everyone to invite friends to Christmas Eve, and we had a huge service. What a great outreach that was. We just did our normal worship, but people got to join us and connect to us. You know, Easter Sunday, things like that can be great, but just encourage that. Now, sometimes we have other things going on we can invite people to. Side events, Bible studies, those are great opportunities as well. But the easiest, the most natural, the typical way people connect to a church. And you know, a lot of people that are not Christ followers aren't necessarily people who don't have faith in Christ. They just might be in a place where maybe they're disconnected from church for a while, maybe haven't been pursuing the Lord. And coming back to church is a great way to reignite their faith and their life in Christ. So if we're just available to God, as He gives us opportunity, I don't mean stalking people. I don't mean shoving it down their throat. I just mean as God gives opportunity, offering an invite. It's a great, practical, easy way to reach out. So I encourage you to grab some invite cards, put them in your purse, put them in your wallet, put them in your iPhone case, wherever you keep stuff like this. Have a bunch of these with you all the time. And then just ask God for opportunities and see what He does. Hope you all have a blessed week. Happy Easter and take care. Bye.